Hello friends, welcome to the Mental Gym Chess Academy YouTube channel. This video is a part of our full endgame course for beginners. Today's topic is how to checkmate the opponent's king with one rook. So let's start. This is the position in front of you. I'll admit that mating with one rook is little difficult, but after few practices you can master this endgame also. Here, our main aim is to push the opponent king to any one of the edges. There are 4 edges on the chessboard, so slowly we have to push the opponent king towards the edge. Now, one thing to remember in this endgame is we are going to need the help of our king also. Our rook and king work together. So, what is the technique here? We have to slowly limit the possibility of movement of opponent's king. So here white makes the move rook d2. With this move we are controlling the entire d file and also the second rank, so that the area is limited for opponent's king, this much. Black can never cross this file because our rook is controlling that file. Let's say black plays king e3. Now here we have to go very slowly. We will make a waiting move, king d1. This is very important. Our king should be always stay in connection with our rook. If we move our rook here, let's say on rook e2, it loses the control of d5 and hence king can run there. That's why our rook is on optimal position. We don't have to move our rook. We move our king d1, king f3, and now we start restricting the black's king, rook e2. So we are controlling one more file, king f4, and whenever the king runs far away, we have to bring our king closer to opponent's king, king d2, king f3. Here if you observe, our rook is on optimal position, controlling both the file and rank. So we don't have to move our rook. Again, bring the king closer. King f4, and now here there is a possibility to restrict, so we restrict with rook e3. Again minimizing opponent's king movement. King f5, rook e4. So here also the possibility to restrict. King g5. So king is running away from our king. So we bring our king closer to opponent's king. King f5, king f3, more closer. King g5, and white plays the move rook f4. Simple, again restricting the black's king. King g6, running far away, we again go closer to him. King g7, here you can play rook f5 also. That is the simple thing, controlling more files and ranks. King g6, rook is optimally placed, play your king, king f4. King is always supporting our rook. King g5, running away, we play king g5. King h7, sorry, king g8, and we again bring our king closer to opponent's king. He goes to king h8, and here we can mate the opponent king with move rook f8. So here you can see the final scenario, rook is giving check and our king is controlling g7 and h7 squares. There is one more thing in this endgame which is very important. Suppose in this position, many players make a mistake of playing rook g7. They think they are restricting black's king, but actually black is stalemated and hence the position becomes a draw. So this is a very big mistake. So here instead of rook g7, we have to be very careful and play king f7, allowing his king some room to play king h7, and here we want to deliver mate with rook h6, but currently this is not possible as king can capture. So at this moment we just have to play our rook on the same 6th rank, just a waiting move, And when king goes back on h8, now we can checkmate with h6. I hope you like my video. Thank you very much.